Rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness as iniquity and idolatry. When I was 33, I got saved, and my children had already gotten up to about the ages of 7 and 8 and 5. And I decided I was going to start taking my parental authority, and every night when they went to bed, I would go and say prayers with them, ask them how their day was, and tuck them in. I did that till they graduated. So you guys want to know how to train your children up in the ways of the Lord? Listen to me. It paid off for me. You train up a child in the way he should go, and he will not depart from it, even when he gets old. So what you got to do is you're going to have to be involved in your child's life. You can't just let them go do whatever they want to do. You train them. So I train them lovingly and kindly by meeting them at night when they go to bed. And even if I had a company or a bunch of people in there that, let's say I was having a Bible study and there'd be 25 people in the living room, I said, okay, it's 9 o'clock, I got to go put my children to bed. And so they always got a good night's sleep, and they always had a prayer before they went to bed. My children wound up excellent. Some of you are having trouble with your kids. They're in rebellion. They are kicking against anything and everything. You didn't train them well. Now, I'm not talking about those that did train them well and it didn't turn out well. I'm not talking about that. But there's a lot of people that really don't train their children. They don't know how. So I gave you one key hint that'll help you. So time goes on, and I began to realize my kids are better than other kids. This is absolutely amazing. They seem to have greater discipline, greater vision, greater destiny on their life, and every one of them are becoming everything they're supposed to be and have. So what was another secret? When I disciplined my children, now you need to listen to this. This is point number 2. When I disciplined, I did not discipline them like other kids. If a lot of parents get disturbed by the kids because they're playing hard or they're getting rambunctious, they'll whip them. Why? If they discipline their kids because they're fighting among one another, why? What you got to do is you've got to discipline them with a discipline that is good. So what I did, I disciplined them when they were in open rebellion. If they acted against me, I whipped them. If they had passive rebellion, I whipped them. So what do you mean? Well, let's say I told my child to go do something one time, and they didn't do it. I didn't say it a second time and a third time and a fourth time and get my temperature up. I said it one time and that's all. Now, how did I train them to do that? We would have family meetings. That's how we'd do it. We'd go to the dining table and we'd all sit around, and about once a week, we would have training sessions about the Lord and their responsibilities in the house. I said, all right, here's the big deal for me. If you hear me tell you to do something, you get up right then and go do it. Don't wait. Don't say, well, let me finish this TV show, or let me finish this book, or let me finish playing with my friend or talking on the phone. No, you go do it right then. So the second thing I told them is, I'm not going to tell you a second time, and if you didn't do it within a reasonable period of time, like right now, when I told you to do something, you're going to get a whipping. So you'll know, I'm not going to tell you why you're going to get a whipping, because you know why you would be getting a whipping. You didn't obey me. That pays off. That pays big dividends. I learned to teach my kids how to obey me first time. Open rebellion against the parents is like having hostile acts against those that are in authority. I want my children to obey me. Why? So that when God speaks to them the first time, they will obey Him. I am the example, and you as a family member, daddy and mama, are an example of God on the earth. And you've got to train your children that way. God didn't go around killing people. He What he did, he was a good God. He disciplined them. He chastised them. And so I had to chastise my children. I had to spank them every once in a while. I didn't beat them to death. That's what you're saying. I chastised them, and I would give them paddlings. And they learned to respect me and their mother as a result of it. I want you to take it to heart that when you say something to your children, they won't start acting in rebellion, which is as witchcraft. You don't want them to be stubborn either, so you discipline them for that. And I promise you that when they get old, they're going to make you a happy parent. So I'm giving you some wisdom here. Use it to the best of your ability. I didn't know how to do this. I didn't have any books to teach me, and I gave you a short lesson. Put it to practice. You're going to find out that your whole life is going to change. Love you guys. God bless you, and go in peace. Bye.